as an intro. Hello, I'm Vivienne Nicol, and I'm delighted to be here with you this morning to do a little exercising and a little dancing. I'm hoping that people who have been in self-isolation over the past couple of months will come and join in and do a little bit of gentle exercise and a little bit of gentle dancing. I'm just going to stop it there. And you're probably wondering why I'm seated. Well, this morning I have the very great pleasure of welcoming seniors from retirement facilities, and we have kind of a double focus on the first 2 or 3 anyway of these programs. We're going to be offering part of the program seated for those who prefer to remain so, and part standing. And I'm splitting it into 2 segments. So we have an exercise segment, pre-dance exercises designed to take us through the different muscle groups that help us to be mobile and also to dance, and also a dancing segment, and that also exercises. It's not really a muscle, but it's a very essential component to all of us, and that's our brain. So we're going to focus on lighting up the brain this morning and remembering some of the steps. So I'm going to get going on the first routine, which I did put out on video last week, but I don't know how many of you have seen. And that is I Just Want to Dance With You, and that was the music that we just heard. And in order to prepare for this dance, I'm going to start doing some of the exercises. By the by, I would like to welcome seniors, as I said, from retirement residences, assisted living facilities, seniors in general, and anybody with mobility issues will definitely benefit from the next few sessions, and just people who want to get mobile again after being so long in self-isolation. So let's do a little moving around. Now, the first segment of the session is exercising from the chair, and then I'll show you how to do the same sort of exercises while we're standing. So we're going to start out in preparation for I Just Want to Dance With You by sitting properly. Now, I don't know if you can see me properly if I'm facing you, but if I turn sideways, you probably can get a better idea of the way I'm sitting. Now, because we sit for so many hours every year, 2,000 to 4,000 hours, there are something, I believe there are 8,760 hours in a year. And for 2,000 to 4,000 of those hours, we're seated. So good seating position is, I think, an essential for us. And if you just come forward, if you can, to the front third or half of the chair, use a chair if you can with a hard surface, and a chair which will allow your legs to retain a position 45 degrees with the floor. And then I want you to roll your shoulders back, raise them and roll them back, and that opens the sternum. And then feel how the stomach kind of distends. I'm just going to come back and face you again. Our stomach muscles will inevitably be engaged when we're dancing, but it's the diaphragm that I'm particularly interested in at the moment. Let's start out by getting a good, complete breath. We can do this with hand movements or without. So let your stomach cavity out and forward. It's kind of a bit like a balloon. And let your lungs descend and fill with air into that cavity. then the mid part of the lungs, and finally the upper part of the lungs. Now, if you have hypertension or blood pressure issues, heart problems, don't raise your hands above your head. But certainly taking deep breaths is very important, and especially important at the moment as we deal with this COVID virus. So we're seated appropriately in an active position, feet flat on the floor. The first exercise we're going to do, engaging the abdominal muscles, the gluteus maximus muscles, those are in the bum, and it's especially focusing on our quadriceps, which are those big series of muscles at the front of our legs. So we're going to do knee extensions, and we'll start with whatever leg you feel comfortable. Try, as we're doing these exercises, to maintain an upright posture. Remember, shoulders back and down, open sternum, and breathing all the way through the exercises. So we're going to do a raise with the right leg, a knee extension with the left, and so on. We're going to do 2 series of these to the music. If you're uncomfortable raising your legs so high, that's okay. Just raise it as far as you can and just let it go at that. So those are the first exercises, the knee extensions. Now, the knee flexions, or bending the knee, those are involving the hamstring muscles at the back of our leg. Both these muscles, of course, in the thighs. And we're going to bend our leg back. Now, it's easier for some of you to do this more fully than I can this morning on this chair, which has kind of a post to support it. But that's the next series of knee flexing exercises that we're doing. Both of these exercises together will help to engage our core muscles, keep strength there. Definitely the very powerful glutes, gluteus maximus, bum, and hamstrings and quads. And it's going to help to strengthen those muscles. Now, we use these muscles all the time when we're standing up out of a chair, and when we're sitting down, and when we're walking or moving in any way. So movement in general, it will improve mobility. It will improve balance, strength, and confidence as we move around. The next exercises I want to do are a series of calf. It's called a calf raise. The calf muscles are the gateway to the foot, ankle, and toes, and another very essential part in dancing and in mobility. So just raise and lower your heels. So go onto the balls of your feet, going up and down, up and down. So that's the third exercise that I'm going to do this morning. And the fourth exercise that I want to draw your attention to, I'll do standing. Now, I brought a chair. If you're standing up to do exercises, you can use your walker, if you're using a walker, or a chair with a high enough back that you don't have to stoop forward. We want to keep a straight back, good posture when we're doing our exercises, and we don't want our head to tilt forward too much. We fail to recognize sometimes that our head weighs between 10 and 11 pounds. That's like 2 5-pound bags of potatoes sitting on top of our shoulders. So every time you tilt it forward or backwards, you're really changing what's happening in the rest of your body. So as you're standing, I want you to, again, roll your shoulders back, low. Fill your lungs with air, engage your abdominal muscles, squeeze your gluteus maximus muscles together. And the first exercise that we did seated, we'll repeat. So that is a knee extension. And so we're just going to stand tall, breathe, and just raise your leg as far as you can. So we can do this with both legs. If you want to take them higher, that's fine, or lower, also fine. The next exercise we do with support is a knee flexion, second exercise we did seated. So you're just bending one knee, again, standing with a nice straight back, not rigid, but straight, breathing, engaging your abdominal muscles, your glutes, and you're giving your hamstrings a huge workout here by doing these knee flexions. Fairly simplistic, but very necessary for getting around. Now, again, if you're not comfortable bringing your legs up towards your bum, just keep that movement low and comfortable, as much as you can do. That's all we ask. The next, or third exercise I wanted to draw your attention to is the calf, the calf raise, so which is going up and down on our toes. So we've got our major muscle elements organized. We're reaching down towards our calf muscles and exercising our ankles and toe joints and engaging that very important, in fact, the most important tendon in our body when it comes to mobility, and that's the Achilles tendon. So up and down. And the last exercise for those of you who are standing to do these exercises is the hip extension. And again, this is very good for the abdominal muscles and very, very good for the hips and thigh muscles. So you just bring one leg back, just as far as you can, the other leg back, stand up tall, sternum open, shoulders down, breathing, and just feel that little stretch as we stretch those muscles. Okay, now I'm going to demo the dance that we're going to be doing this morning, which is a nice little dance, and we will do that seated and then standing, both using the exercises and the steps. So this is the fun part, actually. I hope everybody can hear that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, right. Kick, back, back, back. Touch, forward, touch, back. Touch, forward, touch, back. Touch, right together, right touch, left together, left touch, right touch, left touch, hip, 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 hip. So I'm just going to leave it there. I just wanted to give you an idea of what's coming. And we're going to start by doing these exercises. I'm going to do half the dance exercises seated and half of them standing. And we'll do 2 repeats, a couple of repeats of each one. And then we'll get into learning the dance. So, same thing again. To music this time, the same exercises, just doing it to music. I should add that there is a comment box here. I'm just going to see if anybody has a comment. Now, I am assuming everybody can see me okay, and I'm also assuming that if you have a question or a comment, you can dial it in. You can just add it to the comments box. It's a bit like dancing in a vacuum. Unless I have some feedback. That's what we're missing this morning is the people. So let's start out with the seated exercises, and then about halfway through, I will go and use the chair to do the standing exercises. Knee extensions. Open sternum and breathing. Just do them as far as you are comfortable. Now back. Knee flexions, bending that knee. We're really getting some strength into these muscles now. Keep your posture straight back if you can. Now we're going up on our toes, up, down, and strengthening the calves, exercising the Achilles tendon, and loosening up those toes. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened. Hope everybody can hear me again. That just cut my music out, but let's take it on. So we'll, now I'm going to go and stand up for the second part of the dance and do the same things, but I'll start out with a hip extension. Everybody seated, continue doing the ones that we started with, the exercises. So back. Engage those gluteus muscles. 4 more. Very good for the hips. The glutes, the bum muscles, allow movement. And then we're going to do, knee extensions. Just as far as you can. Or lower. Now calf bends. Nice straight back. Very good workout in the hamstrings. If you're finding that the hamstrings are a little tired, just take your feet lower. Now we're going to come up onto our tippy toes. If you like, use one foot at a time. Very good workout for the calves. Ankles, feet, and toes. Now we'll start our hip extension again. Everybody who's seated, just carry on with the knee extensions or the knee flexions. And raise your... So the glutes, pretty well worked out now. Come back to these. Nice music. Now we'll come back to our knee extensions. And flexions. Cha, cha, cha. Okay. So how was that? I guess everybody is copacetic with that. So now the fun part. We have exercised and worked out every muscle from our core, good breath control, diaphragmatic breathing, good abdominal muscle control, definitely squeezed the glutes together and worked our thigh muscles, calf muscles. So this is going to help us to walk with balance, security, also going to help us in climbing and so on. So it keeps us safe, it keeps us confident, it keeps us very well balanced. And balance is great to have when you come to dance, as well as a sense of rhythm. So this dance, I'm going to teach to you with my back turned. And maybe I'll just push my chair out of the way a little bit. And I don't want to stand too far back that you can't see my feet. So the weight starts on the left foot. Usually you find in line dancing, the weight is on the left foot. Now we're engaging our brain as well as our muscles, and our memory is going to improve because line dancing offers hundreds, if not thousands, of different dances to learn. And each one is slightly different, and each one has to be remembered, and that has to be done at speed while you're moving. So it's a very good workout for the memory and the brain, good for cognitive abilities. So we start this dance, which is broken down into segments of 8 counts with our weight on the left. And we're going to be moving forwards and backwards. So we're going to move forward, right, left, right, kick. Then we swing that left foot back and go back on the left, back on the right, back on the left, and touch. So all of those exercises that we've just done are helping us to prepare for these movements. And it's very realistic. We need to use these movements also in our everyday lives. Okay, I'm going to count that, and you'll see that it is 8 counts. So starting with the weight on the left, and we lead off with the right. 1, 2, 3, kick 4, back 5, 6, 7, touch 8. How did that feel? Let's add the next 8 counts to that. So we've walked forwards, backwards. Now we're just going to take 1 step forward with a touch. Again, exercising our toes and our Achilles tendon, calf muscles, hamstrings, glutes, abdominal muscles, and I hope everybody still has their shoulder back. Nice straight breath. And so we step forward and back. I did forget to suggest where you might want to put your hands. A lot of people who line dance hold their hands behind their back, which is a good way to dance because it means that you're not bending forward. And if you throw your weight forward, then that has a consequence on balance and also grace and aplomb, the way we do these dances. Now, many people like to just tuck their hands in their pockets. And we can and we'll add some hand movements as we go along, but today we'll just keep them nicely organized in this way. And this also allows our shoulders to stay back and down and the rest of our upper body to remain erect. Don't forget, don't bend your head forward too much. So let's review. We've just done right, left, right, kick, walk back, 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 and touch. First 8 counts. Second 8 counts. Forward, touch left, back, touch right, forward with the right, touch the left, back with the left, touch the right. Okay. So I'll count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How did that feel? Let's put those 2 components together. We're halfway through the dance now. Standing nice and tall, head up, looking forward. So weight is on the left, and we're going right, left, right, kick, back, 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 touch, forward, touch, back, touch, forward, touch, back, touch. Halfway through the dance, let's proceed. And this time, we're going to be dancing to the left and to the right. So let's start out by weight on the left again And we're going to do 2 steps to the right, right together, right touch, followed by 2 steps to the left, left together, left touch. Now, if you have a walker and you're doing these dances, the first part is fairly straightforward. When we're moving laterally to one side or the other, keep your steps very small so you can still hold the walker in front of you like that. So if you have a walker, you're going to take smaller steps, and it's a good idea to take small steps anyway as we're starting to dance, because it is much easier for us to assimilate the movements, the new movements, if we're not taking gigantic steps all the time. So you can do this with a walker. I'll pretend I have a walker. Remember, you can still keep your excellent posture. So right together, right touch, left together, left touch. Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're 3/4 of the way through the dance. So let's start it from the top. Weight on the left, right, left, right, kick, back, 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 touch, forward, touch, back, touch, forward, touch, back, touch, to the right, right together, right, touch, left together, left, touch, switch off. We're going to do a right touch and a left touch, and then put our foot out, about shoulder width apart, and keep the right leg straight, bend the left knee. So right, left, right. They're called hip bumps. They can be pretty sexy if you like. Okay, so that was, if we count that, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can do that with a walker as well. Okay, so let's get going and we can put this to some music. Just let me see. I can't hear the music very well since you stood up. Okay, so let's see if I can make the music better, louder. I hope that's better. I don't want to be the kind. Those of you who are seated, do the exercises. Right, left, right, kick, back, 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 touch, forward, touch, back, touch, forward, touch, back, touch, right together, right, left together, left, touch, right, touch, left, touch, hip, hip, hip. I'll count. 1, 2, 3, kick 4, back 5, 6, 7, touch 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and start again. How was that? Anybody having difficulties with that? Okay. I often start off a dance by doing just a couple of walls and or a couple of series through. So hopefully that worked out for you. Now I'll put the music on for the full amount of time. And again, if you're seated, start out with your kicks. right, left, right, kick, back, 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 touch, forward, touch, back, touch, forward, touch, back, touch, right together, right, touch, left together, left, touch, right, touch, left, touch, hip bumps, bump, 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 bump. 1, 2, 3, kick 4, back 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, right, kick, back, 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 touch, forward, touch, back, touch, forward, touch, back, touch, right together, right, touch, left together, left, touch, right, touch, left, touch, hip, 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 right, left, right, back, 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 touch, forward, touch, back, touch, forward, touch, back, touch, right together, right, left together, left, right, touch, left, touch, right, left, right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, right, hip, back, back, back. Forward touch, back touch, forward touch, back touch, right together, right touch, left together, left touch, right touch, left touch, hip, 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 right, left, right. Forward touch, back touch, forward touch, back touch, side together, side, left together, left, right touch, left touch, hip, 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 hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, back 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The song goes on a little bit, but I'm just going to cut it off there because I would like to get on to a few more exercises. So hopefully that's coming through okay to people out there. Okay, now, if you would like more information about the dance, I can certainly have that posted for you. And these are called step sheets. They describe the dances, the kinds of steps that I've been teaching you to do this morning. And I can certainly do that. How did that work out for people doing the exercises and remaining seated? I would imagine because we have all been rather sedentary or not doing the normal amount of exercise routines that we do, and all sorts of outdoor activities that have not been available to us, that was a pretty good workout. But anyway, if you are tired after that, take a break, and if not, keep going. Okay, so the next dance I wanted to do is called I Walk the Line, and I thought it was fairly topical. Excuse me just a minute. I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash, because in a way we are kind of walking the line at the moment through this pandemic. So I will start out this time by demoing the dance, just showing you how it goes. And then I'm going to do the exercises which go along with it. So, this out of the way a little bit more. And start the music. So again, in this dance, I will do part of it seated, part of it standing, doing exercises, and then I will show the steps to the dance. Back, touch. Sorry. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. But anyway, let me just show you this dance. It goes right, left, right, and then we're going to do a side touch. Touch left, back, 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 touch right. And then we start that series of movements again. So we repeat them. Right, left, right, touch left, step back, 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 touch right. And then we're going to do some heel digs. And then we're going to march. And we're going to do a quarter of a turn in this dance. And then it starts again. So that's the form of the dance and the exercises that are build up to that dance and create the strength and balance necessary, and of course the brain workout necessary in terms of the memory to remember all those steps are as follows. I'll just give you an example of the exercises, and if we have time, I can put them to music. So the exercises for this are the knee extensions, which we have done before. We're going to be doing the calf raises again. And this time we're going to be doing toe raises. So that's a new one. I like to call that exercise heel digs. Remember, I'm seated front portion of the chair, back straight, and breathing, engaging all of those groups of muscles that we described earlier. So we're going to be stepping a little forward onto our heels, and that is exercising the calves. It's also very good if we're moving backwards. So calf raises, and then stepping onto our toes, and then side touches. We are extending our gluteus maximus and supporting our leg as it goes sideways. So it's good for side steps. So I say, oh yes, and there's one more that goes with this dance, marching, which again, we can do from the chair. Just bring your legs up as high as is comfortable. We can do the same group of exercises standing. And I think probably all I'm going to have time to get through this morning is the exercises and put them to music to I Walk the Line dance. So we're going to start out with our knee extensions, or little kicks that we do when we're dancing, but exercising those glutes and the quads at the front of our legs, the knee flexions, which we did in the first dance. We're going to do heel digs, heel digs, heel digs, and that's exercising the calf and the Achilles and all the rest of the foot. And then side touches, where we're standing tall and straight, definitely engaging the abdominal muscles, not forgetting to breathe, and the glutes. Gluteus maximus, bum muscles, very important in pointing to the side. It's always good to know how to do these exercises. It helps us in sideways mobility. Okay, let's put those to music, and then we can probably pick up the dance next week. Oh no, wait a minute, I'm not finishing at 11. That's fine. I am finishing at 11:15, so not to worry, we've got plenty of time to do all this. This time I'll do the seated exercises for half the dance, and I will just move this out of the way and maybe be seated sideways. Hopefully everybody has been able to hear okay. Just looking at the comments in the comment box. Okay, guess you can see me. All right, so we'll start out with the knee extensions, then do the knee flexions, then the calf raise, and some side stepping and heel digs. Okay, bring it in a little bit later
I keep a close watch on this heart.
So knee extension.
I keep my eyes wide open all the time.
Well, just as far as you can. Keep your back straight, engage your stomach muscles. Now flex, bend that knee back.
I find it very, very easy.
Very good for the hamstrings. Okay, now we're going to dig the heels. A great calf workout.
Because you're mine, I walk the line.
And now I'll do the same things, but this time, the side stepping. I didn't do the side stepping.
As night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my
So remember,
all day and night.
this glutes, very good abdominal control.
Right, because you're mine, I walk the line.
Now I'll start again. And I'll start with those side points. 5, 6, 7, 8 points.
Way, keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you, I know I'd even try to turn.
Good workout for those glutes.
Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my.
And now the leg extensions, because we do quite a lot of walking movements in this dance.
For the time, because I walk the line.
And now the knee flexions, just as far as you can get it. We'll walk it out on that. Okay, how did you do? Run over into another one. Okay, now I'll just take my chair out of the way. So for all of those of you who want to remain seated, you just do those exercises, and I will start to teach the movements to this dance. So our weight again is on the left foot, and we're going to be doing the same thing essentially as we were with the other dance, but this time we're going to be doing a side point for those glutes. So we're going to be walking again, nice tall posture, head erect. Imagine a string coming through your spine and pulling your head up so that it's nice and straight, and so is your spine. So 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to walk right, left, right, point left. And then we bring the left foot back and behind us. That's why we did those exercises for our glutes. So we're walking back, 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 point right. So this dance involves a little bit more balance, a little bit more care. And again, let's count those movements. And if you have a walker, or if you don't, keep your movements very small. So I'll keep my movements very small as I count. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3.4, back 5, 6, 7.8. And we do that again. 1, 2, 3.4, back 5, 6, 7.8. How did that go? Okay. So now we're going to do the next 8 counts of the dance. And these involve the heel digs that we were doing both seated and standing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right heel dig, left heel dig, right heel dig, left heel dig. If we count those, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've had a good workout for the calves and the Achilles tendon. And now we're going to be walking forward for 4 steps. And then we're going to do a quarter turn, which is a quarter of the way around this room, for another 4 steps before the dance starts. So I'm just going to bring this out of the way and maybe move over a tiny bit because I have to turn and go the other way. Okay. So we'll put all those movements together to that point. So we're walking right, left, right, point left, walk back, 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 point right. Again, right, left, right, point left, walk back, 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 point right. Now we're doing heel digs, dig, right heel, left heel dig, raise those toes, right heel dig, left heel dig. And to finish off the dance, we're walking or marching, really, a series of 4 steps forward and just gradually blending in our quarter turn. The room has 4 corners, so we're walking from the 12 o'clock wall to the 9 o'clock wall, doing a quarter turn, quarter of the way around the room. So we're walking right, left, right, left, right, left, right, touch left. And that's the end of the dance. And then we start going forward again. Right, left, right, point left, back, back left, right, left, point right, right, left, right, point left, back left, right, left, point right, right heel dig, left heel dig, remembering to maintain posture, right heel dig, left heel dig, and then walking, and we turn another quarter of the way around the room. Walk, 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 walk. And now I'm facing you. I wish I could see a room full of people here, but I can't. So I'll count the last series of counts in this dance, of steps in this dance. So we're going to wait on the left, walk right, left, right. Oh, sorry. Wait on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And walking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so we've done 3 times through that particular dance. And now we get to see the four corners of the room we're in. Maybe it's your living room, maybe it's your room in the facility where you live. You don't need a lot of space. I have a lot of space this morning, but really, you don't need a lot of space for line dancing because the dances are usually contained and you can practice steps while you're washing your hands, which we do so many times a day now, or doing any other everyday activity in your home, washing the dishes, scrubbing cupboards, that kind of thing. So everywhere and anywhere is good for dancing. And now I'll put all that to music. Whoops, that wrong one. Don't want that one. Just turn it back a little bit because we're learning this dance. If you're using a walker, keep your steps small, especially small. 1, 2. Right, left, right, kick, back, 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 side point. Right, left, point, back, 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 right point. Heel digs. Heel dig, heel dig, heel dig, and walk, 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 walk. Now we're going to start again. Right, point left, back, 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 point right, heel dig right, heel dig left, heel dig right, heel dig left, walk, 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 and 7, 8, and walk, 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 point left, walk, 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 point right, walk, 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 point left, walk, 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 point right, heel dig. Pretending I have a walker in front of me. Walk, 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 and turn left. And start again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Back, 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 point, 1, 2, 3, point 4, back, 5, 6, 7.8, 1, 2, 3, 4, walk, 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 walk and turn left, 7, 8, and start again, and now a point, back, 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 point, 1, 2, 3.4, back, 5, 6, 7.8, heel digs, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk, 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 turn left, and start again. Point left, back, 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 point right. 1, 2, 3, point left, back, 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 point right. Heel digs, heel digs, heel digs, heel digs, and walk, 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 and turn. Walk, walk. Start again. Right, left, right. Back, 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 point, right, left, point, back, back, point. And that's the second dance, walking the line, which we have done so well for the past 2.5 months. Now, we're getting close to the end of the program, and I'm thinking that instead of starting a new routine, I will just repeat one of the dances. And does anybody have a preference about which dance you would like to repeat? Maybe I'll try. I just saw music could be louder. Why don't we repeat the dance that we just did. And then we'll pick it up again next week with a new dance. So I will just do this using the exercise method. And I will actually turn sideways. And then if we have time, I'll get back and use the floor to dance on. So how is that feeling? I'm sure some of us are feeling the warming up, or maybe some of you are experiencing a little bit of wobbliness in your movements at the moment. That's just because you haven't maybe used those muscles for a while. And just make sure that you stretch those muscles out this evening, especially before bedtime. Make sure that you kind of do some nice stretches to really get those muscles lengthened and stretched. So let's start out again with this dance, and we will do the seated exercises this time. So remember to sit forward on your chair and keep your back straight, engage your stomach muscles, breathe, sternum open, hands just above, and look forward. And right leg extension, leg extensions or knee extensions. 4 more. Really working those glutes and quad muscles. Now we're going back. Knee flexion. Our hamstrings cause our legs to bend, so we need nice strong hamstrings. Keeping our nice upright posture if at all possible. Now we'll do toes up and down, up. For our calves, for our Achilles tendon. Now we'll do side points. If you can point a long way while you're seated, that's fine. Otherwise, just take your foot a little bit to one side and the other. Try to stay seated quickly in your chair. I'll do these standing. We'll start with the hip extension or the side touches. Your stomach muscles and your bum muscles. Great workout for those. Now, one heel and the other heel. You can actually walk on your heels. It's very good for walking backwards. 2 more. Now we'll go back to knee flexions. Great. So thank you very much for joining me. I've enjoyed working with you out there, and I hope that if you would like to learn a little bit more about the exercises and the dances that we did today, you'll just post that on your comment box page, and then I can respond and give you those tips. Thank you all very much, and I certainly look forward to dancing with you again next week. Thank you and goodbye.
I'm sorry, should I just